our Instagram story that we posted, 3 days ago, and any
Yeah, a few days ago.
live questions we get. And I guess we'll just get cracking. And if it makes you feel better, mate, you can do the intro for the next couple.
Thanks, mate.
All right,
Um,
let's get into
all
it.
right, well, we'll start first of all from Reese. Our first question is: Are Port Adelaide pretenders or contenders?
Well,
Interesting question.
they just got knocked off by Geelong. So
Yeah,
a couple of days ago, I think my answer would have been different. But at the moment, I'm saying pretenders, at least for another year.
yeah. I think that it's been that way for a few years now. Like we saw them being like, where were they? What, last year or the year before? In
Last
the
year they were
top.
last year they were first
Yeah,
all year.
basically until finals came around, obviously. But um,
Well, they won their first final, didn't they? They beat Geelong
yeah, and
in
then
Adelaide, and then lost to what a surprise! Lost to Richmond.
um, smart ass. But yeah, yeah, I don't actually know, but
I
I
reckon
would
give them
say
another year.
contenders at this stage too.
Give
They've got to prove some consistency first before we can make a call.
give them another year. Rosie just keeps on getting better and better, even though Jamie apparently has claimed that I said he wasn't that good.
Oh no,
No, he's a jet. Give Butters
yeah,
another
for sure.
go. Dersma is just a flog. Get rid of him. But I'll tell you what, I think their main reason of being pretenders is Charlie Dixon, if I'm
Oh
being
yeah,
honest.
absolutely. He's not really converting when they need to. They need
He's
him to
just
play that big forward role.
he's just not being good.
Yeah, he's
He's
not
just playing very
doing
poor.
what they need. Yeah,
He's been
just
really poor.
generally. Mm.
So, I mean, interesting to see where they go from here, but, I'm not an expert, but yeah, they're pretenders for me at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Um,
Um,
I've only got one, how depressing. I only got one response, and it was the exact same as that one.
oh,
Although Matt Lawback did say get Joshy Lawback on the podcast, which we're recruiting. We're getting there. We have a lot of people on the short list, but
we get Joshy on
we'll get Josh eventually. I don't know when that'll be because we've
as
had.
soon as we can.
I know I've had a lot of interest and questioning about it,
Yeah.
but yeah, I guess we'll just have to see.
We'll go on. I've got another one here from Reese as well.
Of course.
Will Gold will Gold Coast be contenders in the next 5 years?
Ooh, ooh, gold. Ooh, oh, I've just knocked my camera down.
That was a really interesting one when I saw it come in. I thought, it's like
Hmm.
a real toss and turn. It's a really good question. Um, Based off what I've seen, if Rao can keep his fitness for
Yeah, I think
actually a full season,
that's the
I
thing,
think
isn't
will be
it?
a massive call.
Yeah, and with Ben King, well, they got Ben right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Max King's at St Kilda.
thought so. With Ben King, there, I think they'll do well. They'll get top 10 most years if they have King there.
Yeah.
But yeah, without Rao, I'll see them struggling to make the eight, if not get deep in finals. So I guess it's
Mm,
tough to call with injuries because I mean they just happen on the
mm.
spot. So if
Yeah,
Rao can stay
absolutely.
healthy, then I can see them making a couple deep runs in the finals. But if not, then don't think so. Not in my books.
In the next 5 years, I reckon, personally, I don't. As real contenders, not in the next 5 years, I don't think.
Yeah, probably not.
Um, I would say that a goal for the Gold Coast management would be to make a final series in the next 5 years. I reckon if they've made it, no, without being too mean about it, I genuinely think getting into just making a breakaway final series. Have they made finals yet
No,
before?
I don't think they
No, I
have.
don't. I don't think they have either. So I think in the next 5 years, in terms of long-term goals, I think Gold Coast should be working towards making the eight, getting finals experience, and then if you look forward to 10, 12 years with finals experience,
Oh,
I reckon then they're more likely to be a contender deep in finals.
yeah, 100%. And that's a testament to GWS as well because they've been in the league a couple less years. I think it was only two or three, right? but they've already made 2 prelims, a granny, plenty of finals. So, but obviously now they've started to fall off a little bit more. But
Yeah.
they're doing tremendously well for a team that's still fairly new in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, very. I absolutely agree. I think there's a lot Gold Coast rather could take away from GWS as
Yeah.
another emerging team that has been introduced more recently. I think that is a massive thing. If they can take some advice and learn from what they've done, I reckon they really could be contenders. Maybe 10 years, maybe 10, maybe 15 even. But
Oh mate, is Matt
with
Rowley going to
time,
stay along for that long?
yeah, true.
And they could bring in a big name with trades, free agencies, all that kind of stuff. There's plenty of variables in footy. It's not just a linear path. So
Yeah,
it'd
absolutely.
be very interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh
We'll
my
go
god.
another interesting one we got from Gabriel Chen.
The
We got
Chenmeister himself.
we got uh, explore the evolution of Essendon this year. Now I'm sure we could do an entire episode on this, Gabe.
One name, 2 words. Darcy Parish.
Darcy Parish has definitely been the root of the Essendon evolution this year in my books for sure.
He's taken over the football club. He's taken over the footy world.
Yeah,
He's
he's dominating
flying.
the league. Yeah.
He's played 2 games that aren't a grand final that give you best on ground medals, and he's won both of them.
Yeah, exactly. So I think Essendon has been pretty unlucky in the last, generation or so, really, in the last 10 years, I reckon. But
Yeah.
um, I
Oh
reckon
mate, I'm knackered.
the, the guy, they're starting to look up the Essendon Football Club, and hopefully Darcy Parish, who honestly looks like a future captain at this stage. Um, yeah, I reckon he could definitely help Essendon really evolve into a contender.
Yeah. All right.
What
Well,
would you say?
well, I'd probably agree with that because Parish is. Um, I think he's going to turn into what Richmond's trying to do with Shea Bolton. Turn him into that inside mid who just touches the ball everywhere. They don't really care what he does with it as long as he just gets his hands on it and moves it forward.
Mm,
So I think that'll be the goal for them.
yeah.
I've just seen, this isn't part of the viewers, but ESPN put on their Instagram page, name a sports moment that makes you feel old. And obviously we're not very old, but um, yeah, what do you think, mate?
Hmm. Interesting question. Um. Oh, I don't know. Have you got anything in mind?
Well, can I just say, the I'm pretty sure it was Stephen Milne, the bounce, in that 2010 grand final against Collingwood, where,
Yeah.
like, um, who was he? I think it was Lenny Hayes, was it? No, it was Milne, Stephen Milne, basically
Yeah.
an open goal, and the Sharon bounced the wrong way.
Oh yeah.
That was 11 years
Right.
ago.
Yeah, I was gonna bring back. I was gonna say in general the 2010 drawn grand final, which has been what one of two or three in the game's history,
Really? I thought that was
and
the
it
first,
feels
was it not?
no, there was at least one, if not two, previous drawn
Oh,
grand finals. But you
yeah.
could fact check me on that if you
Yeah,
could.
I am.
Um, other than that, I would have said Heath Shaw's smother of Nick Rewald on the
Yeah.
goal line, absolutely iconic, and that was again almost 11 years now, which is crazy.
Yeah, Herbie, I want you to tell the viewers a little bit of a story here. I wanted to tell
Yep.
you your beached whale story.
Right. Okay. So, um, what was it? The year
It
was it
was not
2018, the
no
Richmond GWS
no,
game,
it was
or the
19.
19?
Mate, 18 was sheet from
2019.
the boundary. How could you forget that one?
Thanks for that, mate.
No problem, buddy.
2019, I was watching the grand final, and turned out that the beach near where I was watching the game had a beached whale on it, and I'd already seen this whale, but at halftime, I was asked if I wanted to keep watching the game or go watch this whale, and I think it was what 50 points at halftime, maybe.
Oh, it would be something close to that.
It
I'll have a
wasn't
look for
far
you.
away from that,
I'll have a look for
and
you there.
I was offered to go have a look at the whale, and it was unconscious decision to go for the stroll. GWS was getting absolutely slaughtered,
It
and I
was
could not
seven.
watch it
It was
a
7 goals
longer.
5 to 1 goal 6. So it was 6 goals at half time. GWS had kicked
Right.
4 points in that entire quarter.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. So at halftime, I left the game and went for a stroll to check out a beach whale. There's my story for you, Tez. That's
Thanks,
how
mate.
boring the 2019 granny was.
Yeah, well, it wasn't boring for me as I was sitting
I'm sure you would have
10
enjoyed
rows back to the right side of the Richmond cheer squad. I was.
it.
And seeing GWS only kick 3 goals all game was quite the marvel. And there's only been 3 drawn grand finals, but I mean, does 1948 really count?
Probably not.
1977, and then obviously
Yeah.
2010.
2010. Yeah.
All right, mate. What's the next viewer's question? And if you're in the chat, don't be scared to put a question or anything in the chat, and we'll address it. We'll answer your question or anything. Mr. Lawback in the chat, and Bella Bors, who seems to be sticking around for a while, we said, who's been here since the
Yeah.
start, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Next one was from Braden David,
Oh no.
and he was talk about how Titch is going to the Tigers.
Well, for starters, he's not.
Who's he referring to there, Tez?
He's talking about Tom Mitchell. So,
And is it rumor? Is it myth? Is it truth? What have you seen on it?
well, it's rumor, but I don't think it's going to be a very strong rumor. I don't think it'll be. I don't think it'll go down because, you know, do we really need him? Yeah,
I don't
maybe.
think Rich.
But
they would use him, but
but
I don't think
B,
there's
why would he want to
necessity.
come here?
Unless he's getting more money at Richmond than Hawthorn, but I don't see that happening because Richmond would definitely have a fuller salary than Hawthorn.
Oh, easily. And I mean, if his aspirations to win premierships, then I'm sure there's possibly maybe a better option than Richmond. But I mean, we're not far removed from premiership talks,
Yeah,
especially
absolutely.
especially in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. I don't know. It would be it would be massive for Richmond, definitely, if they did get him.
Yeah, it'd be
That
lovely.
would be huge. Basically just rip the Hawthorn Football Club to shreds, but that's all right.
Yeah, I think that would really hurt them.
For sure.
I got a list of free agents here. So
Yeah.
you got restricted and unrestricted, and I don't know if it works like the NBA, how restricted free agents can the team can match the offer that any other team gives them. So like if I pay you 10 grand, and your team says no, we want him for that much, then they can just do that.
Yeah,
And
that's
then,
exactly what it is.
yeah, then unrestricted, obviously,
Just whatever.
you can just walk away. So the restricted
Yeah.
free agents aren't too many. You got Matt Crouch from Adelaide, Cripper from Carlton, Merritt from Essendon, Kelly from GWS, Billings from St Kilda, and Hewitt from Sydney. And then, I mean, I'm not going to list all of the unrestricted free agents because there's about 50 of them at least. But I'll read out
your key ones be?
key ones, rightio. You got Tex.
Maybe Keith. Yeah.
Mitch Robinson, Murphy, Casbolt, Betts, Ed Kerno.
So that's huge for Carlton. You see those four plus Cliff as a restricted free agent. I wonder what Carlton will do next year because that's a bulk of their good players.
I don't know, Harry Mackay's coming up for payday as well.
Yeah, exactly.
You got Collingwood's
that should be really interesting.
Yeah, Collingwood's got Pendlebury, Thomas, and Main. Essendon, you got Hooker, Zaharakis, Freo, Mundy, Conker. Sold Guthrie Henderson for Geelong. I can't see them
Ooh, that's
re-signing
big too.
Henderson because he's moving on. He's a bit old.
Yeah, for sure.
Gold Coast, nothing really, no relevance there other than I guess Jacob Townsend because I know Sophia's in the chat. No one really relevant from GWS. Burgoyne from Hawthorn. Melbourne's got Jones, Jetta, and Matt Jack. North have got Tarrant, Zeeble. That's about it because that's about their whole list. Port have got Robbie Gray, Hamish Hartlett, Motlock,
Ooh,
Rockcliffe, and
that should.
Tyson Goldsack from Collingwood.
Oh, wow. Well, I reckon just to pause there, unless you want to keep going, I think how we were talking about Port Adelaide, that is another big thing in terms of whether being contenders or pretenders, because there is another, like Carlton, another bulk team with big players on their unrestricted agency list.
Mm.
And I think that'll be really crucial to keep the right players there. Obviously, Tyson Goldsack's also getting on a little bit, but
Yeah.
it should be really big to see who they can keep from that list.
Yeah, but mate, this is where big money rolls in. David Asprey, Basher Hooley, Camden McIntosh, Marvior Chol, and Matt Parker, who we just drafted. I can't see him getting it. I can't see him getting a big contract. If he's going to get
No,
a
I
contract,
don't
it'll be
think so
something
either.
minimal. And if we do give a big bit lot to him, then you'd suggest that McIntosh is probably on his way out because I mean,
Hasn't played in a while either.
yeah, but you never know with Richmond because they're a bit special sometimes. St Kilda got Jaron Geary, Seb Ross, Sydney, Luke Parker, Reed, Gray, Sam Gray, that is. West
Yep.
Coast, Hearn, Kennedy, Archie,
Ooh.
and then the Dogs, you've got Liberatore, Wallace, Lin Jong, Taylor Duray, Stefan Mann.
I have a question for you, Kate.
Go ahead, mate.
Just on the mention of the doggies, does Libba get another contract, or do they look past him for a youth player?
It's interesting, that, because he's playing ridiculously well this year.
Yeah.
He's been very underrated this year. I haven't heard too many people talking about him. But
Yeah.
how old is he? Is he old? Or is he still pretty
He's
young?
he's starting. He's on the older side of the range of footy players,
He's
but
29. So he's
yeah.
not
So
old, but he's not
he's
young.
not he's not old exactly, but he's not young. So
But like when you
um,
listen to these stats, these are ridiculous. 24 touches, 316 meters gained isn't great, but as a mid, you got to go back sometimes. 7.2 score involvements, 14,
wow.
nearly 14 and a half contested possessions, and
Oof.
and 8.5 clearances.
That is like peak.
That is stupid. He's played all
Yeah,
he's
like
played all the games, averages 5 inside 50s, which is in the elite tier of the comp. 10 ground ball gets, like literally all of his stoppages. I'll show you this through the camera. Are all blue.
all
They're all in that
that's
elite.
all elite.
But I mean that is also hit outs to advantage, hit out win, and hit out to advantage. So
Well,
obviously they're going to be elite because he doesn't do anything in the
other
hit outs.
other than that, like if you use those stats,
Like 27 pressure acts a game.
that's crazy.
That's
I just
ridiculous.
he must get another contract.
If they
At
don't,
least
they'll
if
be
not at the
crazy.
Dogs. If not at the Dogs, surely somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like he I would definitely be on the top of the list in terms of keeping any of those free agents.
Yeah, he's played 160 games and is now probably playing the best of his career.
Yeah, exactly.
He's been flying this year, and if he doesn't get a contract, you'd be very surprised. But someone that has been in the talks, being traded away, Jamara Ugle-Hagan, who I said that earlier to you, and you said, "Who's that?" He was the number one draft pick in the just recently gone draft. He went to Scotch.
Oh,
Went to Scotch College, played at Oakley Chargers.
yeah.
He's 19. He has not played a single game in AFL football, but kicked 5 on his debut, was it?
For sure.
for the VFL dogs.
Oh yeah, yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, I think he kicked 5. I'm not gonna be bothered fact checking that because I'm not gonna go look at the VFL. But um, he's been playing well, and I mean I guess it's hard getting to this dogs team when they're playing so well.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
But yeah, the dogs have just been playing well. Hard to get in the team. You'd think, you'd hope Liberatory gets a new contract from them because that'd be crazy if they don't. But
Yeah, for sure.
that's my take on it, mate.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. That's what I was gonna say. Um, there's a lot of while like looking at that, youth would support the idea of dropping Libera's just playing out of his skin at this stage, and
Yeah.
you have to give him another contract after a season like this, almost verification that he's worth the money.
Yeah, 100%.
Um, so yeah, should be interesting. See what the dogs do. So wonder if they are. Which brings us, I probably would be our last bit. How are we going for time?
I don't remember because the stream started so early. But
Well,
we're at 28 minutes, so I think we'll finish off there just in case we've gone like way over time.
yeah, I reckon.
Thank you guys for tuning in for the video, and we'll catch you next time. See you
Cheers,
later.
guys.